Okay, so since the announcement that the creator of Naruto, the original creator, Masashi Kishimoto, would be coming in and taking over the helm of the Boruto Manga, replacing Ukyo Kodachi, a lot of people have been wondering what's going on. The Japanese fandom were really upset about this. It's been a wild ride. For the most part, globally, people have been very excited about Kishimoto coming in because they're like, yo, we can, have this fixed up, because a lot of people have the perception that the Boruto manga is bad. A lot of people that say that haven't read it, but hey, that's a different story. Either way, there's been a lot of speculation what's going on and why the replacement out of nowhere. Honestly, there wasn't any build up. It wasn't like, hey, the time skip happened and then now would be a good opportunity for Kishimoto to come in and, fresh start or anything like that. It kind of came abrupt in the middle of like a very big event with, what's going on in the story right now in terms of what's happening in particular, spoiler alert with Naruto. But one of the things that I noticed with the release of chapter 52, I was looking at the cover pages of a lot of the chapters of the Boruto manga, and it seems as though for the most part in the beginning of every chapter on the cover page, it shows at the bottom the credits, and it says creator supervisor Masashi Kishimoto, art Mikio Ikemoto, and script Ukyo Kodachi. And that's par for the course, has been par for the course for the Boruto manga. They always say that, the creator supervisor is Kishimoto, Ikemoto is doing the art, and the script was by Ukyo Kodachi. However, with chapter 52, this is a big change, because yes, Kishimoto has came in and taken the helm, and he's the front runner now of the series, but in the bottom credit portion it says creator / supervisor Masashi Kishimoto, art Mikio Ikemoto, and that's it. It doesn't credit a writer for the script or for the story or anything like that. It just has those two people, which leads me to believe that the rumors regarding the scandal with Ukyo Kodachi probably have some legs, probably are legit, and that's the reasoning why they removed him from the series, and they're even going to the extent of burying his name from the franchise, because why not include who wrote the chapter when you've been doing it for 50 plus chapters up until this point. Again, if Kishimoto's involved, they probably would have put written by Kishimoto as well. I mean, it could very well be that from here on out they're just going to put, again, creator supervisor Masashi Kishimoto and art Ikemoto, but I'm imagining there's a big possibility that this chapter was either already done, or at the very least the script portion was already done by Ukyo Kodachi, and Kishimoto came in and probably fixed a few things at the end, and we're not going to get true Kishimoto involvement until probably 53 or beyond, in terms of like him really writing it out. I think this chapter was for the most part done, and this was a last minute thing because of whatever happened with Ukyo Kodachi. Now, there's rumors going around, and again, I want to clarify that the rumors about the scandal involving Ukyo Kodachi isn't anything like nasty, because a lot of people are, suspecting the worst. From my understanding of what I've heard, again, is that he was rude to a few co-workers. I think he cussed out a few co-workers off of being frustrated or something like that, and he gave him a bad rep, and they didn't want that to get out there, so they again did what they did, replacing him with Kishimoto. And from what I've been seeing from a lot of people on social media regarding the scandal, like for example, this one user said his scandal was apparently him being frustrated to the point of cussing some people out in the workplace. And like this user says as well, Kodachi has been vocal about poor treatment, no editors, and deadlines for some time now. I remember clearly making a video of him saying it was something like the audacity of Shueisha to have me with no editor at this time and all this stuff. I remember him complaining about that. So it might be that he was a bit hot-headed or a little too quote-unquote hot to handle. It probably was a bit difficult to work with him, because like if he's on social media, which again, the Japanese don't really do that. Corporate Japan don't do that. They don't complain about their employers or anything like that, let alone on social media. So if he's saying, the nerve of Shueisha having me here with no editor and complaining about deadlines and stuff like that, which they complain about deadlines in joking manners, but if you combine that alongside the fact that they said that he was there, cursing out co-workers and shit, yeah, I mean, there's plausible reason to, in a way, get rid of somebody if they're doing all of this. But then their culture, it is just like what they say always, the nail that sticks out gets hammered in, and it seems as though that's how they're treating Kodachi. On top of that, it was kind of sad, and some people are laughing at it. I don't find it funny that it seems as though Ukyo Kodachi was actually looking for work on Twitter. He was talking to another creator. I'm not sure if it was a publisher or something like that, and he was politely asking like, hey, you got any work for me? And he was rejected and people were laughing at him there. And as far as him asking for work and stuff like that, there was a conversation where a man named Kazu said, well done, it was an amazing job. And this all happened on Twitter, by the way. Kodachi said, thank you very much. If you have any job I could help you with, let me know, business wise. Kazu said, for sure, let's work together again sometime. And basically in Japanese culture, that is embarrassing because it was essentially Kodachi trying to get work and being politely turned down. So there's a few, I guess, public things that happen with Kodachi, and that's probably also why they canned him, which I don't see it as like some crazy thing. He didn't get arrested for nothing. He didn't do nothing extreme, but maybe also with that in combination of the sales of the manga not doing well, they said, screw it all, let's do this. But I still don't think if they didn't credit him for writing out the entirety of that chapter, like, that's not right. So more and more I'm looking at this like, yeah, they replaced Ukyo Kodachi because of, again, the scandal that happened with him allegedly cussing out co-workers and, you know, being a little bit rude and shit like that, which it sucks. It really does, because at the end of the day, no matter what, and it's interesting that I'm already seeing people saying, oh my god, Kishimoto is fixing Boruto. Like, fam, Boruto has been fire for a while now. Do not come and tell me that chapter 52, all of a sudden Boruto did a 180 and shit, when no, this has been what's going on. And in fact, I'm almost convinced that chapter 52 was already penned by Ukyo Kodachi. And again, that's probably why there's no writer on there, because whatever happened with Kodachi, they're trying to remove him and they didn't want to credit him for this chapter. So there's no writer, it's just creator, art, and that's kind of shitty as well. If he really put in the work and wrote the entirety of the script of a big chapter like chapter 52, they should have credited Kodachi. And it's a shame all around, because like, if he was rude, that's understandable, like, you know, cussing out and being rude to coworkers, like, you shouldn't be doing that shit or whatever. But to bury him like this, damn. Curious what you guys think about this, though. Do you think that that's the reason why with the latest chapter, chapter 52, there's no writer credited, opposed to the 50 plus other chapters that had a writer on there and this one doesn't? And yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on this situation, because a lot of people been wondering what's happening and whatnot, and me seeing that the credits being a little bit shaky, I was like, yeah, more than likely it was firing, so to speak, and not, hey, let's pass the mantle down. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
It's nights like this, and times like this,
What's that?
that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch, a natural